to this YouTube channel. It's all about creativity from a primitive point of view on my side. I'm JJ, this is Big J. Shout out for letting me use his tech, although my face breaks cameras.
Yeah, this is our channel. It's called Wilderness Fun. What we're trying to offer is a new take on primitive skills, modern skills, all things survival, all things primitive survival, modern survival. We're going to head on some cooking stuff. We're going to embrace his primitive methods of cooking, my modern method of cooking, things about hunting, fishing. And really what we want to do is just provide some education, provide some fun for you guys, and just leave all the negativity out of it. Both of us have a love for this stuff, so we just want to make this as fun as possible, as kooky as possible, and just enjoy our time with all you guys.
Now, that's not a finger pointer in your hand, is it?
That is not a finger pointer. This is actually one of your awesome primitive creations, if you'd like to talk about that a little bit.
Sure, Big J. So, this at the tip is an alligator gar scale. They survived extinction. They're like the tank of fish. Their scales are naturally sharp and their teeth are just as deadly. And our ancestors were using these to hunt rabbits, squirrels, keep the boys away from their daughters.
As you would like to say, they would use that to pokey the neighbor.
I would. I mean, cavemen don't like sharing jerky. Does Sasquatch share jerky?
If I was Sasquatch, I would not share jerky.
There you go. You just hunted a big old mammoth, made some smoked meat, and someone's coming over with some flowers to steal some jerky in your daughter?
Pokey.
Pokey.
That's right. And Jamie actually makes some killer jerky. We're probably going to highlight on this channel. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned to that. Because
At a low budget.
At a low budget. We like low budget stuff.
Oh, with the way the economy is, Big J, give some ideas like for modern cooking. Just so they can have a little sizzle.
Well, JJ, you know that I am a modern guy, right? So I like to embrace things. Like I know you like your stuff over the fire and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I'm an air fryer guy.
Air fry? Right? Okay, I'll try that.
You know, we can do a modern take on some of that stuff. We actually have a Cabela's cookbook that we're going to be going through to do a little bit of a special on that where we can kind of show everybody.
Any fried dragon?
There might be. Maybe it's Komodo dragon. But
I'll try.
I'm willing to try anything. I don't think there's any Sasquatch in there or anything like that, but a lot of wild food in there, but you can also use the stuff you find in your local grocery stores. So that'll be something very exciting.
And that's where we both come in. We'll tell you the prices we got it for and how to make it taste good, healthy, and yet cheap.
I like cheap.
Oh, who doesn't? Free is better.
Free is better. Which, that's the cool thing about working with JJ, right? Like, he finds all this stuff all over the place. We've been out scouring the woods, hiking trails, all that kind of stuff. And it's cool to see the stuff that he comes up with as he kind of forges along and designs some of this really awesome stuff. So, we're looking at, like, bone craft stuff.
You're gonna bone craft. I'll be teaching you how to make some, like, pendants, rings, letter openers.
Yep.
That you can use in a pinch if someone's trying to kidnap you. Or even like, let's say your car broke down and your nearest civilization is 150 miles. Alaska. No negativity intended, but you'd have to be crazy to have the nearest hospital or police station 150 miles.
That's true.
And your closest neighbor is Yogi the Bear.
Oh man, I'm just excited to show everybody what we got going on.
Yeah.
You guys will be in this trapper cabin with us quite a bit. Jamie's going to make a lot of improvements to that. So
let's give them a little panoramic view of this shell.
All right, yeah, we'll start with the shell and we'll be back with you guys in a little bit.
So just a little pointer, trapper cabins. What is a trapper from your point of view? Modern.
My point of view?
Yeah. From
So-
the modern take.
So when I did a little bit of it, some years ago, I mean, we had big metal traps, right? We had some conibears, we had some foot traps, and that kind of stuff. We would check them every morning, and
Okay.
sometimes you'd be excited what to find. I think traps looked a little different for you, though.
Oh, yes. The traps of the era I'll be talking about are like your noose snares, deathfall traps, spike traps,
All right.
most of which are illegal to leave set, but you can build them for demonstration and historical purposes. I just have to sadly dismantle the thing. Depression.
Wah, wah.
Now, his traps you can go to Rural King and buy. Fun fact, I was 10 years old and had a coon trap go off on my boot.
Nice. How'd that feel on your toe?
Like going to the first dance with a really big wheelchair bound person.
Gotcha.
And they're really not used to how the torque of that wheelchair is, and they just mow you over
Yeah.
multiple times. Or you're working with a mason and they drop that brick on your foot. You
That's how
just
you felt?
I said a lot of choice words.
Let's not share those with you.
Right? Monetized. So, for you kiddies out there and parents that supervise, to recap, fun cooking. Oh, we're going to be having a lot of fun. Primitive and modern survival. Okay. Now, when you go fishing, what do you use?
Me? You know me. I'm a fishing rod guy. I like my St. Croix. I like my spin cast reels. I like my bait casters.
Good
Big
choices.
chunky crankbaits.
Zebco?
Zebco? Yep, got a couple Zebcos out there.
They're good,
Yeah.
reliable. Now, from my point of view, fishing rods didn't really exist. It was more of a stick with a little piece of string on it, but that was like if you was getting fancy. We're not getting fancy. What we're gonna do is grab some line, have a weight, a hook with some bait, and you twirl it like you're going David and Goliath and chuck it out there.
There we go.
And pray you don't hook your neighbor or yourself.
Do you think you could do some fish trap demonstration for them too?
Oh yes, most definitely. We will be building a fish trap.
Awesome. I'm excited. And I'm really excited for them to see like the old stuff and the new stuff, right?
Yes.
Because I think we get hung up on my way is always better because it's new.
Right.
Where there was nothing wrong with the way we did it.
Right.
Right? It worked. We wouldn't
Yeah.
be here if that stuff didn't work.
And that's why we're doing this channel. Because there's going to be you modern hunters out there that this is for Joe. He's that modern guy.
Yep.
Now for you primitive archers, do I know everything? No. You can probably share in the comments something that will blow my mind. I love it being blown. Big J loves his mind being blown.
Yep.
Now, for all you rifle techies, leave.
We are archery guys. That's true.
The firearm did not come into play till like the 1450s. And it looked like a club with a metal pipe. Picture that.
Yep.
And
handheld cannon.
yes, and it was a matchstick.
Yes.
Very unreliable matchstick. You're more apt to blow your hand off.
Yes.
But we'll talk about those fun facts down the road.
And just to highlight kind of what he was talking about a little bit ago too, this channel for us is all just fun, right? Some of the stuff we do on this channel, we are fully aware we can't use this stuff, right? With all of our modern hunting regulations and all that kind of stuff.
Wah, wah.
So there are going to be things that you're going to see, you'll be like, that's not the right way to do it. You can't do that kind of stuff. This is fun for us. We're learning together. We're having a good time doing it. And Jamie is so into this primitive stuff that like we're going to show you even the thoughts, right? Because before we even had language, we were making tools, right? So if you see something that looks really primitive, like that's not going to work, maybe it wouldn't. But at some point, they made it work. So we're going to take that just one step at a time and just kind of evolve you through all of modern mankind.
Yep. We're going to start pre-Stone Age. Although I'm not going to do any stone napping. If you've ever seen me stone nap, it's more like taking a hammer and chisel and just breaking everything. I'm built for demolition.
Okay. Well, yes. I mean, you really are. You really are.
The good Lord said, no flint nap for you, just straight demo. What about you, Jay?
I am not built for demo quite like you are. However,
Not all of us can be good. Something like that.
you are right about that. But yes, my modern stuff is a little different take on that.
Fiberglass. Tell me about that.
Fiberglass.
Yeah,
It
for
makes
bows.
It makes you itch, and it's really effective. Really effective.
So it makes you feel like you got fleas and lice.
It does. It does. But with modern technology, right? That's why we see things with.
Is it lighter than bamboo?
It's not. But you're not going to find a bamboo arrow that flies at 340 feet per second.
Now you're picking my brain.
Yes.
Can I make an arrow out of wood or bamboo that will go 350 FPS? For all you kiddies, that's feet per second. When you get arrows going 350 feet per second, put that into miles an hour, give or take, it's between 80 to 100 miles an hour.
It's screaming. Right?
And when it hits, it's like Chuck Norris's fist to your face because you broke the law
Yes.
and you're not getting up.
But I think that's another good thing to highlight too, right? Like guys like myself, we get really into that modern technology, right? And we get this mindset that we have to have that in order to be successful in the
Right.
field.
Right.
But
What if I told you you don't need 350 FPS?
I'd say let's put it to the test.
Well, there we have our first challenge. Stay tuned.
We'll see you next time.
This is the start of my trapper's cabin. I'm JJ, and as you can tell, it's rather bare. We've got a little hanging rack up here started, and we'll take you with us as we add more stuff. Any ideas? Keep in mind I'm primitive. Big J is the modern guy, but I am open to ideas. We've got a little folding table right over here. And we've got a nice little stash of river cane bamboo that I will be walking you through how to use it for more than just a cane pole.